All right. So, Segun, welcome to the OXBC podcast video interview, all about you. So, can you tell us, first of all, just a little bit of background about yourself?
Great. Well, thank you first of all for having me. Segun Osu. I run G2Guide. G2Guide is essentially a platform where people can compare, research, and select technology companies that they want to work with them. They can select from companies that have projects on blockchain, IoT, AI. We have hundreds of teams on our platform. We have 15 accredited teams that we've worked with extensively before. And what we do essentially is maintain the platform, but we also provide project management. We help clients who are looking to deliver their projects who may not have internal technology resource or may not have the bandwidth to add additional projects. We provide the project management to help them get things done on time, within budget, and to the required quality using Agile Scrum, which is a framework that a lot of companies use to get work done. So that's what I do in a nutshell. I run G2Guide and have been doing so now for the past 12 years. So the platform, appeared 12 years ago, and it's been improved ever since.
Awesome. Well, so what got you into blockchain? Like, what was your sort of inspiration for getting into that space?
Right. Okay. So many moons ago, back in 2015, I stumbled upon Bitcoin, of course, like many people, and I was absolutely fascinated. And then along came Ethereum, and I thought, hang on, these smart contracts, there's something behind them. I need to get a little more information. So I started doing my research. And then, of course, stumbled upon the concept of, the money supply being controlled in a distributed manner. And I thought, wow, that's something. So did more research, bought a few books, went to a bunch of meetups in London, events in London and around the world, and then decided, of course, like many people, to do some courses. And one of the courses I did was the Oxford University Business School, Oxford Blockchain Strategy Program that a lot of us have done, and the rest is history, really. Decided that this was something that we needed to do as a company as well. Recruited a bunch of development teams to work on our platform as well. And now we have teams, as I mentioned before, that also cover blockchain. So that's my story. And
amazing.
It's been a journey of discovery, and it still is a journey of discovery.
Well, so focusing a little bit more on your project, what makes your project different? What are the main selling points of your, you gave us a bit of an overview, but what are the real sort of key selling points to your project?
Okay, so I'll talk about two things. First of all, I'll talk a little about the platform itself, and then I'll cover a specific project that we're working on that is going to be of interest. So the platform itself, it has a short list of pretty well qualified blockchain development companies that have got case studies, that have got a track record. And what we do for our clients, obviously, is we fine tune the requirements that they have and match them to the most appropriate team or teams to do the work. So in a way, you could argue that we are helping clients save time, we're helping them save money, helping them reduce the effort required to find the most appropriate team to do the work that they want to get done. So that's a big thing, obviously. But that then brings me to the second point, which is something that we're currently working on, and it's integrating a funding platform, a blockchain-powered funding platform, obviously, into our offer. The blockchain-powered funding platform will allow clients to issue ERC 1400 tokens, so token issuance, of course. It'll manage investor relationships automatically, so you'll have things like dividend issuance, the ability to vote, the ability to see a prospectus, the ability to invest and also sell your investments on the platform itself. But more importantly, it'll also allow screening. So we'll be able to screen by jurisdiction. We'll be able to screen by the type of investor. We'll comply. The platform itself will make sure that our clients are able to comply with AML, KYC, and all of the other regulatory requirements that are sometimes a burden for companies who are looking to raise money, especially on what is, in essence, an STO platform.
Yeah.
So in a nutshell, it'll give our clients the ability to raise funds much more cost effectively, because of course we're using a blockchain powered platform. It'll allow their investors to invest across a wide range of different asset classes and companies. And of course, it will make their investments more liquid, because the platform itself will also be integrated with exchanges. So liquidity galore. It's coming soon, and it's going to be available in parallel with our platform, with our comparison platform, to our clients, because we know that they need funding. We know that they're always looking for funding. And this is just one more service that we're going to be able to give them to achieve those objectives, I should say.
Is there anything else that you want to share with the lovely audience that are listening to us?
I guess really it's just the love of blockchain, in the sense that, if you think about the power that it brings to companies and to individuals, it really is incredible. The ability to use smart contracts, the ability for everybody really to be in charge of the supply of money. I'm not a big investor in cryptocurrencies, but the concept behind digital money and the distributed ownership of digital money is incredibly important. Having central banks do things like quantitative easing, or having central banks, for example, do the same thing as printing money but calling it another name, creates problems in the world. And the blockchain, of course, is going to help us to solve some of these problems little by little, one step at a time. But that's really my passion and why I'm interested and involved in it. Fantastic.
And something that always interests me, and I like to collect people's answers and see what they think. But what your over the next 5-10 years, how do you see blockchain kind of adoption? What do you think are going to be the signs that blockchain is really being adopted in kind of everyday life?
It's going to be like many things. Okay, so if we think about the internet today, we think nothing of, for example, using our smartphones to hail a taxi or to order food. 10, 15, 20 years ago, that would have been like science fiction. Back in 1998, when Jeff Bezos started Amazon, being able to order a book was innovative. Now, the point I'm trying to make here is that it'll be like using electricity. You will not know it's there. It'll be there in the background doing stuff for you. You shouldn't need to worry about wallets. You shouldn't need to worry about the concept of a cryptocurrency or the concept of a blockchain. It will be there humming away in the background, just like electricity, and it'll be like it'll feel like the internet today. But even now, a lot of big companies obviously are using the blockchain. They're doing so quietly in the background. We are not. We are being told, obviously, the likes of IBM, the likes of JP Morgan. JP Morgan has had Quorum, their own version of the Ethereum blockchain, for like 3 or 4 years now. And they're now using it to power transfers within their own internal organization. But also they've invited 50 plus additional banks to use it as well. So it's being used by a variety of organizations. There's no doubt about it. And it's becoming as common as electricity within those organizations. But for us, it'll take a little longer, I'm sure. 10 years is a long time.
Yeah. So how, what do you like about the OXBC, the community, and is there anything that OXBC can do for you? What the kind of the things that you're looking for out of your membership?
Okay, so XBC has been great. We have a bunch of really cool meetups and events. We learn a lot from each other. We help each other. which is really cool. And of course, this opportunity is exceptional, to get access to a much wider audience and to be visible to a bunch of companies that, for example, might be interested in partnering with us, might be interested, for example, in using our platform, the appropriate development company to work with. We're particularly interested in speaking with startups and, of course, with innovative, established organizations that are keen to use blockchain to power their businesses or build new products. So that's basically what would be of great help through OXBC in this particular interview.
Fantastic. Well, how can people get in touch with you? What's your website and email address?
So it's G2Guide.com, G2Guide.com. And I'm also on LinkedIn, of course, Segun Osu, Segun Osu. We're on Twitter, G2Guides, plural, on Twitter. That's our Twitter handle. And of course, on Facebook, but prefer Twitter and LinkedIn, actually. Those are the two preferred channels. And of course, email. Contact me directly, Segun Osu at G2Guide.com.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to have a chat with me. We wanted to mix it up and not show Carl's face as much because I think everybody's sick of that. So thank you for having a chat with me. And obviously we're going to put up Segun's contact details, and we're going to be sharing this across all our social media channels. And yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get the word out.
Great. Thank you, Katie. I appreciate that.